This one tool gives you faster intel, safer routes, and lets you own the night. This is Suburban Prepper. Today I'll show you how to use drones for recon, security, and disaster assessment, plus how you can keep them powered even when the lights go out. Stick around, I'll show you a thermal trick that'll make you master of the night. Modern preparedness is about more than gear. It's about systems and strategies that make you resilient when it counts. We all know the checklist: food, water, shelter. But the real edge comes from intelligence, the ability to see beyond your fence line, to detect threats or resources before they become urgent, and to maintain situational awareness when the unexpected hits. Enter the drone, unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV. Forget the toy store quadcopters. For preppers and survivalists, drones become real-world force multipliers. Used properly, they provide critical recon, boost your security, and help you make decisions that keep you and your loved ones safe. In any emergency, your view is limited. Weather, terrain, even just a few trees can turn a 10-minute walk into a complete blind spot. Picture a storm. They're calling for flash floods, and you need to know if the bridge a mile away is still standing. Or maybe wildfires are closing in and roads may be blocked, or there's a potential threat, two-legged or four, on your boundary. With the right drone, those unknowns become action plans. Let's break down every way a drone can up your preparedness, starting with the basics and building to advanced near professional applications. Let's start with core use case number one: reconnaissance and route scouting. Whether you're hunkered down at home, bugging out cross country, or just heading to town for supplies after a storm, knowledge of the terrain is everything. A drone lets you scout travel routes you'd never reach on foot, especially if there's danger or the terrain is hard going. You can cover several square miles in just a few flights. Examples: after torrential rain, your main access road may be out. Send the drone to fly the route, check for washouts, and zoom in along the shoulders for hidden damage. Or wildfires nearby, use your drone's camera or even thermal to spot active flames, burnt bridges, or blockades. Suppose you see vehicles or debris blocking the roadway ahead. The drone lets you adjust your travel plan before you commit. If someone in your group is injured and you need to evacuate, a drone can quickly scout the straightest, safest path for a vehicle or even a makeshift litter. Think of it as creating your own medevac corridor. In military and EMS operations, reconnaissance is the first step to rescue. You don't risk personnel until you map the safest route. Now here's a critical operator's tip. Always program and double check your return to home RTH altitude before every flight. The RTH is your drone's autopilot home command if it loses signal. But if you set it too low, trees or power lines could cause a crash. I recommend this habit. Walk your property, identify the tallest obstacle, and add a 30% safety margin to your RTH. If the highest thing is a 75-foot pine, set RTH at 100 feet minimum. And don't rely on memory. If possible, keep a checklist on your clipboard or laminated card. Mistakes in the field are guaranteed if you skip the basics. But route scouting is only chapter one. Let's step up and see how drones change the security equation for homesteads and base camps. Now let's get into security. Day and night. For anyone sheltering in place, a drone is a force multiplier acting as your eyes and ears on the edge of your property. You can fly it manually, but the real power comes from programming patrol routes, creating automated waypoint flights around your boundaries, fields, or outbuilding clusters. These patrols can be set for day or night. In daylight, you can visibly check fencing, open gates, parked vehicles, anything out of place. Use the zoom to verify suspicious changes. Has a tree fallen across your access road? Was an outbuilding door left open? Night shifts everything. If your drone is equipped with a thermal camera, and this is a true upgrade for preppers, suddenly you can control the darkness. The sensor turns living creatures, human, deer, livestock, coyote, into glowing silhouettes. Say you suspect someone is moving near your property after midnight. Instead of putting yourself at risk or tipping your presence, Launch the drone, and with the thermal feed, you'll see heat signatures in woods, brush, or anywhere dark. A top tip for base security: schedule routine auto patrols at set intervals and random night patrols at least once per week or more during high alert periods. Don't be predictable. Randomized security keeps threats guessing. Now, something extra practical: for any night operation, your drone must have anti-collision strobe lights visible for 3 statute miles. That's not just an FAA rule for good reason. It ensures emergency traffic and others see your drone, avoids airspace conflict, and signals your home is under surveillance, which can act as a deterrent. And here's another: if using drones in rural areas, make sure your perimeter B-roll is documented. It's valuable proof if you ever need to defend yourself suspicious activity to law enforcement. If you want to expand, some high-end drones allow you to link a speaker or spotlight to your payload bay, remotely announce your presence, or light up an area before approaching. Useful for both security and search and rescue situations. Let's level up again. You're not just protecting a perimeter, you're also conserving your own energy and reducing risk. Sending your drone means staying warm, dry, and hidden. Security isn't just about two-legged threats. If you're raising animals, monitoring your livestock is critical, especially at night. Drones can spot lost cattle, track herds in large pastures, and identify predators like coyotes, dogs, or even mountain lions before they become a problem. Hunters, same tools apply for game scouting. Watch animal movement patterns, spot injured animals, and get a sense for local wildlife activity, all without leaving scent trails or disturbing the environment. And on the human side, in times of unrest or grid-down scenarios, drones can scout for looters or trespassers, letting you intercept or alert authorities before a confrontation is unavoidable. Resource mapping comes in handy here too, spotting water sources, charting garden health, finding dry patches, or even seeing where heat is leaking from your shelter with a thermal lens. All right, now I want to hear from you. If you could use your drone for only one mission, would you choose reconnaissance or security? Drop your answer in the comments below. If you're learning something here, punch that like button and hit subscribe so you get the next layer of advanced tactics. By the way, if you want to prep your power setup, check out my video on building a blackout-ready power kit, link below and at the end of this episode. Stick around. We're diving into disaster assessment and advanced off-grid power strategy next, so your drone never runs dry when you need it most. Disasters don't give you a head start. Whether it's a tornado, a hurricane, wildfires, or earthquakes, your first job in the aftermath isn't rushing outside. It's getting a safe, fast assessment. With a drone, you can get real-time footage of your entire property, lines, or debris. Within minutes, you can spot roof damage, missing shingles, leaks, tree limbs, solar panel health, see if there's a crack or disconnect. Fencing, find breaks or intrusions, driveways, roads, scan for blockages or flooding. Create a post-disaster flight checklist taped to your drone case. Roof, slow circle from a high angle, 20 feet above solar generators. Hover and zoom each module. All boundaries, map in a grid pattern, outbuildings and vehicles, all access roads, trace from origin to nearest main route. Documentation is key for insurance, claims, or just family records. Make sure to record and catalog critical images. This after data is gold if you have before drone footage as a baseline. Power is your next constant challenge. Your drone is only as useful as your last full battery. Here's an operational protocol for always being mission ready. Number every battery with a label or colored sticker. Maintain 4 to 6. If you fly frequently or in teams, double that. Rotate uses. Never drain to zero or store fully charged for longer than needed. Store batteries at 40 taus, 60% if you'll be inactive for weeks. For charging, you need redundancy, solar, automotive, and generator backup. Solar power stack, pair of fold-out panel. Lets you plug in multi-battery chargers or power banks, which is a game changer if running multiple drones or charging communications gear. Pro tip, after every use, prep a charging log. Record cycles for each battery so you spot problems early. And don't skip solar charging drills. Test your panels and battery bank setup at least once per month in live sun and partial shade to understand real-world rates. If you're operating in cold weather. Keep batteries warm before use. Carry in inside pockets or use chemical hand warmers in storage cases. Cold zaps capacity fast and can brick a LiPo with one bad flight. Bottom line, don't trust grid power alone. Layer your power sources as you would any prepping system. Let's paint some real scenarios. Here's how you build skill and confidence. Flooded route recon, major storm hits. You suspect the bridge is out, program an auto flight path, launch from a safe spot, and fly a full scouting sweep over the route, zooming in close where water meets the bridge. Identify safe fords or alternate routes. Lost person. Search during a hike, someone goes missing at dusk. Launch the drone with thermal cam, fly a grid pattern across the woods. Thermal will pop body, heat, and even deep coverage. Wildlife predation, monitor coyotes seen on camera last night. Use the drone at first light to check fence lines and cattle in back acreage, switching from daylight to thermal to find hiding animals or identify entry points. Practice these as drills with your family or group. Trade off pilot spotter roles, review footage together, and create a debrief checklist so everyone learns. Let's lock in the takeaways. Use your drone for reconnaissance and route scouting. Save energy, avoid danger, and get facts fast. Power up your perimeter security day or night to discourage threats, spot animals or intruders, and document everything with visible, shareable proof. Disaster assessment should be fast and safe. Inspect vital assets and monitor your area without exposing yourself or your crew. Make your charging and battery protocol ironclad. A powerless drone is just dead weight. I know building a solid kit can feel overwhelming. To help, I've curated trusted lists of drones, accessories, thermal sensors, folding solar arrays, and other gear on my Suburban Prepper Amazon Influencer Storefront. Links in the description. If you need a starting point, that's where you'll find what works. Did this help you see what's possible? Hit like, comment with your scenario or question, and subscribe for serious field-proven prepping content. A safety note, with great capability comes legal and ethical responsibility. Regulations vary. Check state, county, even local rules on flying near airports, over public land, or at night. Never use your drone to violate privacy or interfere with emergency responders. In an actual emergency or declared disaster, airspace may be restricted. Monitor alerts and stay compliant. And above all, train, train, train. Do not let your first mission in a crisis be your first flight in months. Create a family or group drone SOP. Assign roles, pilot, spotter, analyst. Make checklists for pre and post flight and regularly run no notice drills. Thanks for being here. As with drones, your power resiliency starts with layered systems. If you haven't already, watch my blackout ready power kit video. It'll help you keep drones, radios, and your critical gear charged up when the grid fails.
Put together an Amazon storefront packed with the best gear, tools, and essentials to help you stay prepared for anything. As an Amazon associate, I earn a small commission from qualifying purchases, which supports my mission to share prepping insights and recommendations. Check the link in description below.
This is survival. This is resilience. This is Suburban Prepper.